Hey guys! You know, there are certain brands that stand out when it comes to handbags, at least in my opinion. Besides craftsmanship, but also the timelessness of the bag due to its silhouette. And when I think of handbags and iconic silhouettes, I immediately think of Dior. Dior for me is definitely high on the totem pole as far as handbags are concerned. You have the Lady Dior bag that a lot of people ooh and ah over, but I myself, I'm a saddle girl. Yes, I am. I love the saddle bag. When I first saw that, and I believe it was introduced to Dior via the designer John Galliano. And when I first saw it, I think it was in an ad or wherever it was, I was immediately smitten. And it's been on my list ever since as far as must-have handbags. Now, for all of you who may or may not know, I am now in my handbag era, so I am now collecting such things to sort of round out my wardrobe, slowly but surely curating my own handbag collection. And that's mainly where my focus has been, but I do have this little pouch. You guys have seen this before. It's been my little handy dandy for just a little bit, but it's getting a little worn out. So with that being said, while perusing the internets, I happened upon this little item, this little beauty. And when I tell you, I was enamored. And when I saw it, I said, you know what? I think this is a sign for me to upgrade my little pouch. Now, me being me, I was slow to pull the trigger because, you know, I wanted to peruse and, you know, compare prices, do my due diligence as far as, you know, a little background check on the item instead of just going with emotions. So that's what I did. I took my time and I would obsessively, you know, check on it here and there. Well, just about every day. Until one day it was no longer on the site. Yes, someone had snatched it up. And I said to myself, self, the next time you get a chance to get this item, if you see it someplace else, get it. And so I looked on eBay for it, which I wasn't too keen on doing, but I did my little thing and I just looked on there. Then I went back to the original site and I saw the item come back up again. So with that being said, do I need to say any more? I snatched it up. I snatched it up, brought it home, and now here we are. And I'm ready to share it with all of you. Now, needless to say, I have not used it yet because you guys know the kind of friend that I am. I like to share with all of you first, and then I can put it out in the wild and use it. But there's also another reason why I haven't really used it yet, and we'll get right into that. So without any further ado, we're gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna show you what I got. Yes, I went to Fashion File, and this is basically a luxury website that caters to the secondhand market. So you can find a lot of luxury items, maybe things that you have missed out on the first time around. You can go to this site and basically find it. And this is the item that caught my eye. It is the Grain Saddle Key Pouch by Dior. If you love Dior, if you love leather, if you love saddle, that whole saddle thing that they have going on at Dior, then I don't even know how you can resist. I know that I couldn't, and so I didn't. It is a really, really nice key pouch. Now it's listed as a key pouch, but it's basically like a card case, you know, so you can put your cards in it, and it's a really nice size because I was even contemplating getting the Louis Vuitton. They have a new size in the key pouch that a lot of people have been getting, and I looked at it and I said, well, you know, I'll think about it. When I saw this, I said, no, I had to get this because it's so different. You guys know me, or maybe you don't. I like things that are different, that are unique, that you may not find in everybody's purse or on everybody's arm. And I thought this was really unique. I have yet to see someone really rock it IRL or in real life. But this SLG is definitely for me. So with that being said, I don't know how it's being captured on camera, but this is actually a navy blue. It's navy blue and it's all leather. It's fashioned just like their saddlebags, their handbags, but only mini size, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. With that being said, it has the key ring right here, which has the initials, okay, so CD for Christian Dior. I I know I didn't need to tell you that. So it opens right here. So you will put your keys or whatever you want to, you can loop it to your belt with this. And it's actually a men's wallet. Not exactly sure what year it came out, but it's not currently being offered on the Dior website, which is why I found it on the Fashion File website. And so anyway, it opens up and on the inside, it has the Dior name printed on the inside in silver, as well as it has the Dior name on the back. And on the back, it has a pocket. It is about the size of my hand, pretty much. And like I said, it is all leather. It is calfskin, and the leather even continues into the inside. So there's no material, there's no cotton on the inside. This pouch is entirely made up of leather. And it has contrasting stitching. Okay, it looks to me to be white. It could be gray, but I think it's white. Could be, no, it's white. And yeah, it's very well made. It's a nice heft to it, but it's not heavy. And with this, like I said, you can either put it in your purse, you can loop it onto your belts or onto your pants and wear it like that. I saw pictures of like men wearing it, like hanging from their waist of their, or the waistband of their pants. I said, that's pretty interesting. So with that being said, I'm so glad that I got this. Again, this is blue, but on the website, on Fashion File, it was listed as black. So when I got it, imagine my surprise when it came and it was not black. And so I kept the tags on for a little bit because you can only return items to Fashion File if they still have the tag on it. So I contacted them and, told them what it was. I sent them pictures. They asked for pictures, just showing them that, hey, it was listed incorrectly on their website. They then confirmed, said, yes, that was an error on our behalf. They offered to take it back or for me to keep it, and they give me a little gift card, which I thought that was very nice, just for the inconvenience or whatever. So needless to say, I decided to keep it, and I'm glad that I did. I mean, it was sort of like a happy accident, because when I looked at this, I said to myself, you don't need a black wallet. This is different. This is something that you don't have. Why not keep it? This is in great shape. Because sometimes when you look at things and they're in the secondhand market, they look secondhand. They look like they've been through some things. And like I said, when I was looking at this or looking to get something like this when I missed it the first time, some of the other sites and some of the other wallets that I did see, they were a little bit more worn or worn in or worn out. Fashion File has their own grading system as far as listing their items, whether it's worn, excellent, then they'll list all the particulars. It's rubbed on the back, it's bent, it has a smell, it had, a stitch is missing or whatever. And this one, it didn't have too much listed on it. I think it just said excellent. Some items come with the original packaging or pouches or boxes or whatever, and it didn't come with that. It came with Fashion File's came with their little dust bag with their name on it. And what Fashion File does, they give you little, almost like confetti like little extras, just to make it fun when you open it up. But yeah, this was in great shape. I mean, the only thing that I can see is that there might be a little crinkle right here. But other than that, there are no scratches. There's not even a scratch that I can tell on the hardware. Everything works, everything opens, everything snaps the way it's supposed to snap. The leather on the inside is not even creased either. You know what I mean? So whoever had this prior to, they took really good care of it. And yeah, I am very happy that I kept this. I'm happy for the mistake. So with that being said, what I would do and how I would rock this is, yes, I would rock it as both a wallet, like put it in a purse, but I also would hang it from my belt. I have a couple of outfits in mind that I might incorporate it into. But as far as what can fit inside, being that it's shaped, it has a very unique shape. As you can see, it's not totally square, it's not round. It can fit your cards. we'll just take one card. Depending on how many cards you put in here, you can put it horizontally, like that. Or you can put them in vertically, like that. And then it'll close up like that. So horizontally, vertically, your cards will fit, as well as some other small items. Put your receipts in here. You can put a couple of loose keys in there. I have this very small sanitizer. Y'all already know how I feel about sanitizer, okay? I try to carry it everywhere. So I have something small like this. I'm wondering if this would fit. And it does. And now can we snap it up? Yep. And depending on how you maneuver it, you might even be able to get a little lip gloss in there. I'm not sure. A lot of things come in mini size now, and so you may be able to fit that in. But I can definitely fit my cards and my hand sanitizer in there. And I would just snap this up. And if I have a couple of receipts, I can fit that in the back. Like I said, the little back pocket. And I am good to go. So I wanted to show this to you, and this is my official first SLG. I mean, I have little wallets, I have little, change purses or whatever, just little old stuff. But this is my official big girl SLG, or small leather good. But yeah, I am loving this. I can't wait to rock it. I got it for a decent price. I say decent because originally retail wise, it was like $800, $900. And I did not pay $800 or $900 for this. I paid little under half of it. Okay, so maybe around 400 and some change plus tax. Okay, so I thought for what I was getting and who it was from, I thought it was a good price. So I am happy to have this as part of my collection. My handbag, I think we can still put it under the handbag umbrella. Part of my handbag collection. I just wanted to show you guys what I have added to my collection. The Grained Saddle Key Pouch by Dior.